Greetings from Cameroon. I am Kendem, Global Chair, G100 Migrants and Refugees Resettlement. Every year, millions of people are forced to leave their home due to conflict, violence, human rights violation, persecution, disaster, and consequences of climate change. The number of people forced into displacement continues to rise, and it reached the record of 100 million of people in the first quarter of 2022. Most of these migrants live in urban areas and the rest in camps and rural areas. Refugees, migrants, IDPs. IDPs stand for internally displaced persons, often face protection challenges and difficulties in accessing housing, food, and other basic services. Today, forced displacement is no longer a temporary phenomenon, and is increasingly becoming a long-term phenomenon. They last on average 20 years for refugees and more than 10 years for most internally displaced people. This is terrible and alarming. It is therefore urgent to reflect on initiatives to 1. Help people living in poverty, 2. Raising income, 3. Creating jobs, and 4. Improve access to service, with the key word of scale and sustainability. It is important to have a large number of people to benefit from these basic services. Many development agencies have projects on the ground, and too often they lack sustainability and large-scale system-wide impact, particularly with regard to the inclusion of marginalized people in the market. At the same time, our studies demonstrate that today there are 2 proven approaches on the road of reduction poverty. Poverty reduction. The market system development is 1, the social finance is 2. Those approaches, even though it is not a precise science, seems to provide great success on helping people to access market, to create jobs and increase income. These are approaches that must today be generalized and known to the wider world. Unfortunately, they still remain confidential and/or shared by a very limited number of stakeholders, each working in their region or sector. Thus, this crucial information is not widely shared to result on a large scale. It is becoming urgent to have a more collaborative approach between all the stakeholders who work tirelessly for reduction in poverty, but also, speaking of poverty, for better access for women in the economic sphere. For that reason, our strongest recommendation would be to organize every 2 years a summit on social finance and market approach for the most vulnerable. It would be a platform where all stakeholders fighting against poverty, working for more economic justice for women, committed for a better access to market for migrants, displaced and refugees, can meet, discuss principles, framework, and good practices. Development agencies and financial institutions must be part of this platform to better understand the necessity to provide social finance to those who implement the market development approach on the ground. The second recommendation, which stems from the first one, is that whenever any initiative toward migrants and refugees are implemented on the ground, we should make sure that local vulnerable people can benefit as well from those initiatives in order to evade conflict. Alone we go fast. Together we go far and we become more sustainable. This is what it is about. Thank you.